Hello, my crafty friends. Welcome to another crochet chat. If you don't know who I am, I'm Deborah, and I'm the hands behind Taylor's Yarn Creations. And hopefully, it's been really cold here, so I'm just hoping that my internet up here is doing well. So on today, I am working on the brim of a hat. And all is well out here. It is cold. This morning, we got up. It was 13 degrees. I have my light up here. I have it faced away from me. It probably should be faced toward me, but I have it away from me because lights and camera lights don't work well with people that wear glasses. And sometimes, even if you don't wear glasses, you can still see in the pupil of someone's eye that ring light. So I hope you are doing well. I just decided to come up here and work on this project. So while I'm up here, I thought it'd be a good time to just kind of connect with whoever comes on. I am looking forward to warmer temperatures. It is extremely cold. Extremely cold. Like, it's not something not for the Southerners. You know, I was just looking at some of the people that were out here in our area. I was born and raised in Missouri, so we kind of got used to the cold weather. We knew how to dress for it. We knew to wear clothes, what to wear underneath clothes to stay warm. But I noticed that when you live in the southern region, sometimes people don't know what to wear. They don't know how to dress for this type of temperature. And as a result of them not knowing how to dress, they end up sick. So stay home. Stay home if you get sick. Don't come to work. Don't come around to the grocery stores. Don't be touching all on groceries and the door handles and doorknobs. Stay at home if you're sick. Get yourself better. So, like I said, I hope you are doing well. Life is treating you good. All things are working together for you. I'm super excited about just everything that's happening. I got a chance to see a bit of the presidential inauguration, and I tell you, he's not playing this time. I don't think he's ever played, but this time you can tell he's not playing. So hopefully this will turn into something positive. Just never know. You always have people that are just not going to be happy. But all I know is for the last 4 years, it was hard. It was really hard. I mean, when you think about the whole world shut down for weeks. I mean, I've never in my lifetime experienced jobs forcing you to do things against your will. I worked in a place where they did research, and it was a medical location. Whenever they did research, they always had you sign some documents. You volunteered for their research. You weren't forced to do it. So, you know, there's a lot of things that need to be, you know, done differently. But it's also some very trying times because as far as I'm concerned, you get nervous about everything. At least I do. I don't know. Because you don't really know who to trust. You believe that person is going to do right, but you just don't know because we are living in some very odd times. They're talking about Louisiana is going to get the first snow in decades since the 60s. So I don't know if they're prepared for something like that. I'm sure they don't have any type of snow trucks or anything like that in their area, because the South, we're just not made. We're not built for any type of thing like that. Let me see. So, but I know when I was younger, I went to school. It didn't matter if it was snow. It would have to been a really bad snowstorm in order for us to not to go to school. Just plain and simple, you were going. You knew you had the right shoes, you had the right undergarments, you had the right coat, you had a hat, you had gloves, and we got out there. As a matter of fact, my parents didn't take me to school. We had to catch the bus, and sometimes that bus was late. But I remember there was snow, and it was always kind of not really cold. The snow was there, but it was not this type of Arctic air. It has been really, really cold. No, there's a lot of things going on in the atmosphere. So I decided to sign up for this event that is going to be happening. And my phone. I have I get these notifications, and then like from on my phone, and it's like people want to know the weirdest things. I don't know if you're on the Ring system, you have a Ring camera, and people are like late at night saying things like, "Oh, did anybody hear any gunshots?" This is because I have it hooked up to the area back at home in Missouri, and I'm like, it's 2:00 in the morning. I just happen to be up, letting my little dog out. Nobody's up counting anything to see what's going on. So the temperature up here is pretty nice. I didn't cut even though it's freezing outside, I don't have the temperature up real high. I just in the house later. So I'm working on the headband to a slouchy hat, and I'm using a 2.5 millimeter hook, and the color I am using is ecru, and I'm using this 24/7. You can see it, Lion brand. I think it's a really nice color. I figure even though it's going to be a Valentine's event, I could always add something red in it, or I can just keep it just like it is. I made a couple of my last event. I made double layered hats, those sold, but I noticed that my single layered hats didn't sell as well. So it's something I'm thinking about. I have to do, once I get the little rhythm going for this, it'll probably go faster. I just have to get it started. So we'll see how much I can get done. Let's say within the next 20-25 minutes. See how long it takes to make this. If I'm going to do more than one, I think the longest thing would probably be the little headband that goes around it. These hats, when I crochet these type of hats, they always sell really well. So I'm looking forward to this. Probably won't last long, depending on the color. Colors play a big role in crochet. And so what I do need to do that I haven't done is, for this upcoming event, I thought about making some really I'm going to price some of my items lower, And I'm going to price some that are higher ticket items that I think people may like. I'm going to make something. I haven't decided just yet what I'm going to make. I want to make something kind of big that can be an eye-catching centerpiece and see how that turns out. Because you never know who's going to buy from you. At the last event, I thought this lady was someone, a customer from the outside, and she was really an inside vendor. Sometimes your vendors are your biggest fans, and they end up buying from you if you have the item that's right, just right. So I am working on this. The smaller hooks, I like making things that are smaller. I think I mentioned that on the last one that I was on. Smaller things tend to work out faster. They're really nice. I'm going to go and probably try out this new coffee shop later on today before it gets dark. So did I go anywhere yesterday? I'm trying to think. Did we go anywhere yesterday? I want to say I did, but it was probably just for a short minute. I know Saturday I didn't go out the house and go anywhere. But yesterday I did. And what we're doing is, because it's so cold here, we just make sure that our at nighttime, when it gets down in the teens, that we kind of prepare by dripping the faucets. Make sure everything is just right. I don't know what kind of projects you're working on. I'm testing the grounds to see what is going to be the best time for actually doing going on live. I wanted to do this earlier, but I wanted to catch the end part of the inauguration and just hear what all is going on. What's being done? Melania looked really nice in her outfit. Just simply gorgeous with that hat and everything. And I have a friend, she's in DC. She said it was trying to snow some more, so it's really cold there. But I couldn't imagine. I think it was it South Dakota, one of the Dakotas? Negative 55 degrees. Like, oh my gosh. Are we going backwards in time? Negative 55. Oh, brr. I don't think anything could prepare a human body for that. Just stay inside. That's all I can say. Just stay inside. So the last time I was on, let's see, what did I was on, what day was I on? I was on Saturday. I sure was, because I didn't go anywhere. I think I came up here. Yesterday, I just kind of sat back and relaxed a little bit. I did go out a little bit, dressed accordingly. Tomorrow, I think it's going to get a little bit warmer. And then Wednesday, it's going to be like a heat wave with 35 degrees or 38 degrees. That's going to be like a heat wave compared to these 20s that we're having. So I don't know if you like you have a particular time or something and you watch, or if you watch the replay, be sure to like and subscribe. Also, if there's a particular time that you find is best for you, I'd like to hear what time you think is good. I'm going to go back probably Sunday. I'll probably be back on. I I may do some tutorials in between. It just depends. I'm trying to really get a couple things out and really ready to go for this next event. So, but I'm thinking about in between doing a few tutorials, but I'll go live, God willing, Sunday evening, afternoon, late afternoon, evening sometime. And maybe then I can show you what I have prepared right now. The headband is turning out pretty good. It's not that big, but it'll get there. I always encounter this yarn barf every time. And so I sometimes try to not pull on it too much, so I don't really want it to tangle too bad. But I end up spending more time getting this yarn barf together. I know some people like to wind their yarn before they start working on a project to prevent such. I don't. I just keep it going. Just keep it moving. So here I am. Some people may be I don't think a lot of people were off today. No, the federal government was shut down or closed. I should say shut down. Closed for today. I don't know if any of the state workers went in. I'm trying to think. I have an academic background, and most of the time, the places where I work, they were closed on Martin Luther King Day. May he rest in peace. So we were closing this, but some places are open still. So I think after I do this, I've been up early. I always get up early, and I found some really good ideas that I want to try. I need to get to working on that, because before you know it, February will be here and my event will be here, and I need to make sure that I have everything that I'm going to do. What I'm going to do this time, though, I'm going to try to see how it works. I'm going to set a sales goal, and I definitely want to make my booth space back first. That'll be my first priority. And once I make my booth space back, then I'll see, if make sure that I have some items that will allow me to make a profit. Sometimes you can make a profit, sometimes you can't. It depends on the foot traffic. But before I signed up for this event, I had to make sure that that in the event that bad weather, another snowstorm or something came, that I could at least get a refund. Because there's nothing, I'm not trying to give away money. But I think this is going to be a great year for crafters. It just feels like it. Just feels like it's going to be something really exciting. I probably should put some noise on in the background. I don't want to put any music because I don't get a strike from YouTube. But one of the things that is supposed to lift is censorship. I know that TikTok was out briefly for a moment, but then there are other programs like CapCut. Oh my gosh. I didn't know CapCut was a Chinese product. So CapCut is down. And I think BitDance or something like that, ByteDance or something, they're connected to CapCut, and that's part of the reason why they're down. Snap was down. I'm like, oh my gosh, Temu, buy Temu. So if you're getting anything from Temu, you have to. I never found Temu to be something I wanted to purchase. I know I would see people saying things like, oh, I bought this yarn from Temu, and I'm thinking to myself, they have all your data. I heard that those products, like even TikTok, they know your location, they're reading your messages. And so once I found out that they were it was a security breach years ago, I took the app off. I had used it at one time, and it was pretty neat. I don't know why we can't do something like that here in the US, but it was really nice. It's much better than Facebook or Instagram. And I found it super fun. But then once I found out that it was a security breach, I said, let me get off of this. I said, because I don't want to whatever's going on, I don't need to be a part of it. So I got on off. And yeah. And I put it back on, and I did a few things. And then when I found out they were getting ready to let it go, I said, let me just delete the app. And then I found out they were back on, and I'm thinking to myself, let me see if I can put it back. Well, the app is not in the app store. So I'm just going to wait until they work out all the kinks and all the details. There'll be some interesting days ahead. We need to be still very careful, very mindful of the season. Take care of everybody. Take care of your neighbors. And just be mindful. So I don't know how long it's going to take me to make. With this, I have to make 106 rows. I'm going to see how many, after I finish this, how many rows I need to make. Let's see, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 rows so far. So 106 shouldn't be too bad. What time is it? It's 3 o'clock here, Central Standard Time, 3:07. This day has gone by so fast. So fast. So fast. So I think when I get off of here, I'm going to probably spend a little time up here, and because it's quiet. My little dog is asleep. He's been up all morning, in and out, in and out. Just, I guess and then he'll sleep. And then when it's time for him to go to bed, he'll be up. So maybe he'll wear his little self out. I'll be glad when it gets warm enough. I'll take him out more. He likes to go out there and try to start a riot with the other dogs. He found him some little buddies. Sometimes our animals can be so much better than even your closest friend. It's like they're your little heroes. You always have to guard them, protect them from, like when he was little, when the storms came, he could tell when the storms would come. And so a lot of times, he was like a predictor of weather. And I know at one point he would have like little, I guess, something almost like, wasn't a seizure, but I think it would make him nervous when the storms came. And I had taken him once to somebody, and they were trying to say he had seizures, and I knew he didn't. I had already studied up on it. So a lot of times you have to kind of but when you have to be the voice for the voiceless. You have to be a voice for the voiceless, for those who can't speak for themselves. So, and then so I'm glad I didn't, because the doctor, she was like, "Oh, he'll always be on this medicine." No, he's not. No, ma'am. So I took him to, they had a dog specialist, and I took him to see I guess this neuro guy or whatever, neuro vet. It was his specialty. And when he came back, he said if he's not having it seizures on a consistent basis, it's probably nothing going on. He is a little headstrong. Like, no kidding. He wants what he wants. When he wants water, first he'll hit on his bowl, and then he'll sit there and just he'll fall asleep right there by the water bowl until you get him some water. He likes to tear up. You leave paper towels on the floor. Oh, you can guarantee he's going to go ahead and find that paper towel. I think I'm going to have to work on unraveling this yarn before it gets tangled. So what I'm doing is when I have yarn that starts to tangle like this, you have to be very gentle with it, because if you're not gentle with your yarn, it will tangle on you, and it will cause you a lot longer delay than if you're gentle with it. So I find that if you can just be patient, don't pull on it, don't get frustrated, don't cut it, just try to see where that tangle is going, because it should pull out easily from the center, but it doesn't always do what you think it's going to do. And so things like this causes me to be delayed in getting my projects done. So I'm untangling carefully. And then what I do is whatever extra it is, I will just wrap it so that it doesn't tangle anymore. And normally once you get through the first batch of yarn bar, it's pretty good. Flows pretty smoothly. So this Sunday, I will work on another comeback on, like I say, late Sunday, late afternoon. I'll put the time in there, and I should have everything pretty much straightened out. I'm still working a little bit with this software. I haven't used it in a minute. So I have to make sure I'm doing it right, because I use it for other things as well. Or I haven't used it as much as I should have. I've been just going live on using my phone, and that's been okay. But then I realized that when I do that, if I have a hard time, finding out how to use it, I'll start another live, and the other one is still sitting there. So I don't want to do that. I know with this one, I can tell where to find it, and I don't have much problems at all. So hopefully, if you watch the replay on this, that you will grab your project, grab you something to drink. I have my water, and maybe you can put what you're working on in the comments. Put in the comments if there's a good time where you feel like you can be more available. I haven't done late evenings because sometimes I don't like to be up here after dark for whatever reason. Maybe in the summertime, but when it's dark outside, I just don't like to be up here. I can be up here, but I like to have some type of background noise going. I'm watching something or someone. That is so enjoyable to me. I have my coffee. I don't have it now. I've been drinking tea, and the tea has really been good. Good and just good and soothing, especially on these cold days. Yesterday I made chicken soup. This morning I started working on a head wrap. I have this really cute pattern. So that one requires more focus, so I didn't bring it up here. Just kind of left it where I can work on it. Once I get it going, it should probably be pretty good. But you know, sometimes you have to make, if you've never done the pattern before, you have to kind of make sure you don't mess up. I've had to frog it a couple times just to make sure. So yes, I am getting the knots out of this wonderful yarn here. It is slowing me down, but once it gets through its rebellious state, it will calm down. And after it calms down, it will allow me to work with it. So you have to be like a yarn therapist. You have to be patient with the yarn. You cannot pull it. You cannot force it to go any faster than it wants to. You have to be careful and gentle, and you have to even talk nice to it. Because if you get frustrated, it doesn't care. It's like, I will knot up on you more. You better treat me nice. I control your project. I was thinking about, like I say, I have a couple tutorials that I'm going to be working on and probably releasing them. It just depends. I'm not sure just when I'm going to do that. I think you're going to be happy with the different type of tutorials that I'm going to be sharing. I need to do a little bit more. Those can be pre-recorded so that I don't have to go live. I can make sure that I have everything, all the supplies and everything that I need. You see how much time I'm wasting? Say it. Come on now. You're almost there. You're almost there. You can do it. See how gentle it's starting to unravel? You have to really talk to your yarn and be nice to it. You're going to make somebody very happy one day. So don't tangle yourself up and don't fight. They're going to treat you really nice, whoever your forever home is. And no, I'm not crazy. You just have to talk to the yarn. Getting frustrated with it is not going to make it untangle itself any faster. As you can see, this one, the more nicer you talk to it, the faster it unravels. I don't know how much time I've spent working on this, but it is coming together nicely. It's almost there. Very good, very good, very good. Very nice. Very nice. Almost untangled. Very good. See, the nicer you are, the better it is. There we go. Very good. I hear the dog, the neighbor's dog. I think that's the dog my dog likes to talk to. Very nice. So that is about the end of this. And what I'm going to do is going to take this and put it through it. Do it again. And twist it. And there. It is untangled. Thank you, Mr. Yarn, Mrs. Yarn. You're going to make somebody very happy. So now that I've done that, it's back to the rows. I have just a small piece here, you can see. And I'm going to continue. Singles crochet stitch, back loop only. This is the brim of the hat. It should go pretty fast now that I've gotten it untangled. It takes a minute to untangle even the smallest. And we shall see. I don't know why. I need to figure out why my internet is not stable, as stable as I would like it. My head wraps made it to its forever home, and she was super happy. Super happy. FedEx, I sent it FedEx, and they delivered on time. I was going to do it the U.S. Postal, but I decided no, I wanted to make sure she got it within a certain time period, and she had paid me enough for to send it FedEx, so it wasn't a problem doing that. So I went ahead and sent her projects, her head wraps to her, and I gave her a gift, a really nice gift of. I made her a crochet wallet in her favorite color, and so she was pleasantly surprised. I always like to, like I say, send something extra for someone who supports a small business. And so for my upcoming event, I'm hoping to make I'm not expecting a big profit, but I believe with the right items, I should be able to sell it. If I don't sell it there, I will try to maybe put it somewhere else along the way, just in case. I wanted to do a couple really nice centerpieces that people can watch, that people can purchase. Not watch. Watch. You see what happens when you're up here talking to a computer screen? So it is, I'll be out here probably for a few more minutes, and then I'm going to get off. Mondays is probably not a good day. Even I don't even think for me, it's not really a good day. And normally Mondays I try to get things going. It's when you try to get things going again. So this Monday is a little bit different because we had inaugurations, cold weather, and Dr. Martin Luther King's celebrations, especially here in Memphis, where he was at the Lorraine Hotel when he had his last breath. So there were events down there. I think they opened up, they call it the National Civil Rights Museum. They opened it up free for today. Before I moved to the area, we went inside of it. I didn't see anything special. An old hotel. You know, they said Memphis is the city of the dead kings. I don't know. It seems like Elvis and B.B. King and Martin Luther King. It has a really odd history. But God brought me here for some reason. So my favorite person is Ida B. Wells. So I had made her a little crochet doll. I have to bring her up next month. I'll bring her up here and share her. I created a pattern, but I don't know what I did. I didn't write it down. but she looked just like the little crochet doll in this box. No, she's not a crochet doll, but she looked just like they made a Barbie doll. She has on the same color gray, and I was here when they gave her due respect. They have a school named after her. They have a statue. I haven't been down there to see the statue yet. I would like to maybe I'll make that as something to do this summer, to stop down there, and everything is like downtown. Downtown is okay. It's not fancy or anything. Only time I really go toward downtown or anywhere near downtown is when I'm crossing the bridge to go to Missouri. Holly Springs. She was born in Holly Springs, Mississippi. One day I did have a chance to actually pass by her museum, but the museum is not open all the time. So you can't just pop in. You have to really kind of schedule an appointment. So okay, I'm about to get off, guys. Creative ones. I've done that much due to the entanglement of the yarn. I will be back on Sunday live about the afternoon, maybe about between 4:30, 5:30, somewhere around in there. Just I'll put a little place marker like I normally do, and we'll come back up here for another crochet chat. Until next time, bye. If it didn't let me out.